A.C.E. and today we are going to be ranting about award shows and the whole mindset around it.
Yes. Yeah. The reason why we were inspired to make this video is because of the recent Billboard nominations announcements that were made, which, like,
we would also like to say, like, congratulations, oh my god,
like,
EXO, BTS and GOT7
our babes! See, this is why being a multi is great.
Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna get into like our opinions on it, and like I feel like a lot of people that we follow on Twitter, I feel like feel similarly to us.
Yeah.
But there are those people who just like, you see it, like even if you go to the tweet that announced the top social artist, like you can just see the fan wars.
Yeah.
And like it's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. Like, and like the amount of people on our Twitter feed as well, like when that came out, they were all like, oh god, like I'm so happy but also I'm dreading this because it's gonna be so awful, like with all the fan wars and people just being petty and bitter, and
like we even saw like you were waiting for it to happen, like the whole like EXO was nominated. It's their first time nominated for a Billboard, and ARMY's being like, oh, I thought you didn't need a Billboard and blah blah blah. I'm like, EXO don't need a Billboard, but neither do BTS.
Yeah.
Like
nobody needs one. It's just nice.
Yeah.
It's like a nice bit of recognition to be like, hey, we recognize that you're artists who are doing good.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, it's just an award. Like, and it's causing so much, like, I can't think of what I'm looking for. But anyway, as if there wasn't a big enough rift between the fandoms as there is already, like, things like this just, like, award shows, like, I love them because, like, obviously we stand, like, pretty much everybody, so it's great. But yeah, like, it's just a disaster. It's just fan wars every day, and, like, even, like, stupid awards, like, the, like, fan polls and, like best fan group, and, like, I'm like,
and people, like, guilting other people into being like, why aren't you voting?
Yeah.
Like,
why aren't you streaming?
Yeah, vote if you want to vote, stream if you want to stream, buy the album if you want to buy the album. Like, it's in, like, when it comes to streaming and voting and stuff, like, I may do it once or twice, like, if I think of it, but other than that, not really. But I don't see myself as any less of a insert fandom name here. Yeah, and for me, like, it really depends on the song and stuff. Yeah. I see a lot of people, like, giving it about multis, being like, oh, you'll turn your back on your favorite group the second one of those polls comes up, and it's like, that's not true. Like, and I saw this girl on Twitter say, like, that's not true. Like, I just vote for whichever comeback I liked the best.
Exactly.
Like, I feel that's a fairer way, even though, like, obviously, like, EXO, BTS are, like, ults of ults.
Yes.
So, like, obviously want them to win everything. But, like, say, if I liked a GOT7 song more that year, like, I'm gonna vote for the GOT7 one because that's actually what I like.
Like, that's literally what happened one year when it was, like, best choreo for, I can't remember what award, and it was, like, both EXO and BTS were up for awards, but I was like, oh my god, 17 deserves to win this. Because EXO and BTS are my ultimates doesn't mean that I prefer everything they do. I mean, I prefer mostly. But it doesn't mean I'm turning my back on them just because, oh, I thought that this dance was better, or just it suited my taste more.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, nobody is better than, I'm completely getting off topic here, but nobody is better than anyone. It's just personal taste.
Yeah.
That's why awards at the end of the day, they don't really mean anything if you still like the artist and you still prefer it yourself. Like,
and, like, that's one thing I feel like, another reason that, like, fan wars become so big. It's like, people become, like, insecure about their group doing well, and like if your group is doing really well and then all of a sudden they're not doing so well, I feel like people get panicked and they're like, oh my god, what did we do wrong? This was all my fault. And then they start, like, looking for people to blame, and then they, like, blame the other fandom, and then they also turn on their own fandom, and it's just like,
it's just one big mess.
Yeah, it becomes really, like, toxic and, like, not fun. Like, at the end of the day, like, K-pop is something to be, like, that's, like, supposed to be fun and a way to, like, de-stress.
It's annoying then when like you go on Twitter and it is unavoidable, like especially if it's around an award show or whatever,
Yeah.
you're like, you know, before you go on, like, oh.
Yeah. Like I don't go on Twitter anymore. I have like a time limit set on my phone for 10 minutes a day, and that's all I go on because
It's
just
super
like,
toxic.
Yeah,
like,
it is. The whole K-pop fandom needs to like just step away and be like, why am I bothering to shit on somebody else's fave when I could spend all this energy supporting my own?
Exactly. Like, did you really get into K-pop just to, like, fight with somebody else about how your faves are better?
Exactly. And like, what if your best friend absolutely, like, what if like I stand EXO and you stand BTS? Like, how
It's so
ridiculous!
hard to think.
I know. Like, how ridiculous would it be to like for me to be like, oh, BTS are so shit? Like, how mean would that be to my best friend being like, that thing that you like, it's awful.
It's awful, and the thing I like is 10 times better.
Yeah, like, that's just not okay. Like,
No.
you wouldn't do that to your best friend, so why would you do it to a stranger?
That's like your friend or whatever, but like even somebody you don't know,
Yeah.
like why would you want to ruin their day and just go and be like,
You wouldn't walk up to a stranger on the street and be like, by the way, I hate your hair. Like, I know, like, hair is different triggers,
but you
like,
know.
your bag or whatever. Like, you wouldn't be like, by the way, that's stupid. You shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like, none of the like, like a BTS anti, like, BTS have never personally wronged you. Like,
Yeah.
they've never stood on your cat.
No.
So, like, why?
Like they haven't done anything to
Why
you. Like
do you hate them? Just because we're saying, oh, it's ridiculous to fight over them, doesn't mean that awards aren't, like, a great achievement.
exactly.
Like, they are.
We're not taking away from the fact that
No.
awards are like amazing.
Yeah.
And
I don't think, like, anybody should. Like, if somebody gets an award, you should just be happy for them. Or even if you're not happy for them, like, keep your own negativity away from the people who are happy. Because then you're just gonna make them unhappy. And, like, I don't know. I just, like, I don't like the thought of making somebody unhappy. That just doesn't sit well with me. My year head in secondary school used to say this to us, and like, it's so true. She said, well, the Leaving Cert is like an exam that we have to take before we go to college.
Yeah.
So she was like, girls, the Leaving Cert doesn't define you, you define you. And like, you can replace Leaving Cert with anything.
Yeah.
Like, awards don't define a group. Like, the group defines the group, and like, your love for the group should be enough without feeling all this extra pressure and negativity and hate with awards. Like, if you want, and like, that's not, like, we're not saying don't go for awards and like, don't tweet the hashtags and don't like do this. Like,
do
if
you want.
If you want, like, go for it. Like, spam everyone, like, whatever. But like, don't make it about other people. Make it just like, oh, let's do the best for GOT7.
Yes.
And let's just like go for it. And like, don't be like, oh, like, let's beat those other guys. Let's just be like, let's do this for GOT7. Like, let's just go and like have fun with it.
Even though you may only stand one of the groups or whatever, like, at the end of the day, as I was saying, I know it's harder for people who are only standing one of the groups, but like, K-pop is still like a weird, like, small thing that not everyone is into. And like,
and I feel like it will continue to be that.
Like, so for any group to have success and win an award, whether they're up against other K-pop groups or not, like, it's a good thing. Yeah. Like, it's more exposure. Like, if that's what you want for your faves, like, it's more exposure even if they don't win.
Yeah.
Like, they still were up for an award. And like, that's the thing at the end of the day. Like, if your faves are nominated but they don't win, they were still nominated. Like, they were still recognized for their work.
And that's amazing. Just love your faves.
Yeah, love your faves, support your faves, don't shit on other people's faves.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Exactly.
There you go.
We're here for the music, and we're here for the, like, personalities and the people, like, the idols themselves, not
and
for
the fandoms who you want to have fun with.
Yeah.
Not be arguing with 24/7.
Yeah, there's plenty of, like, people in the fandom that are amazing and, like, do all amazing things and make cool shit, and it's like, if everyone was a bit more like that,
the world would be a much better place. Also, good luck to EXO, BTS, and GOT7 at the Billboard Awards! Woo!
So yeah, that was our video, like ranting about award
Can I
shows
catch it? There's a fly.
and popularity and all the stuff to do with that. Like, we could definitely talk more about this if you want us to, or like leave us other topics below that you'd like us to discuss.
We have a lot of things we
have a lot of pent up frustration in here.
So much.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to see more from us, including hopefully future rants like this.
Yeah. I'll leave like a few of our other like talky videos at the end of this video. So if you enjoyed this, you can go get some more. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well, and you can leave us your opinions over there and just like see what we're doing in our daily lives.
Yes.
Yay.
Come talk to us.
Bam bam.
세상 가장 미친 I want to be your only ace 네 곁을 스쳐간 그저 그랬던 남자